Hey guys, James Lee here with another video. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Today I am doing my first unboxing, and it isn't of something particularly that cool. I know a lot of people do unboxings of like new phones, technology, things of that sort, but I am actually doing an unboxing of Blue Apron. This box is a lot heavier than I originally anticipated. And if you guys have never heard of Blue Apron, it is one of those services where you can order meals and they customize it based on your liking. So I actually forgot what I selected when I was choosing the meals that would get delivered, but they send you just the right amount of ingredients. You can pick a plan that will feed 2 people or a small family. I did 2 people obviously, and we will see what's inside this box. So I got my scissors here. And quick shout out to Irene, if you're watching this, thank you for using this trial subscription on us. She knows I like to cook, so this is definitely great, and it gave me an excuse not to go to the grocery store this week because I was waiting for this all week. All right, so do a side angle here. We're gonna open it. There's a couple of reading materials. So this one is just about chili peppers. I don't know if the recipe I chose has a lot of stuff related to that. Oh, but here are the little recipe cards. So this week I picked out spiced pork burgers, pan-seared chicken, and crispy catfish. And I'm gonna tilt the box just a little bit so you can see. There's this like really intense looking aluminum, and I'm assuming it's to keep the temperature. Can't tell if it's cold or not, but okay. And it's just all the ingredients are inside here, so I guess I'll just do a little show and tell as I go. So these are challah buns. I guess that's where the spiced, some sage, kale, and then, oh, the neat thing is looks like they wrap all of your proteins in these little baggies. So this is the pork burgers, just laying everything here on my counter. Crispy catfish knickknacks. I don't know if knickknacks is a real thing or not. Actually, all of them are called knickknacks. Maybe that's just branding that I'm not familiar with. And this one is the pan-seared chicken. I feel like I'm on an episode of Chopped. Like, it's literally just this whole box of just goodies. Maybe the real challenge would be to try to make a recipe. I'm kind of overwhelmed right now, to be honest. There's a squash of some sort. If I had to guess, this doesn't look like butternut squash because I remember them a lot bigger, but it might be a butternut squash. I will confirm later. And things are actually really cold still. So this apple is like, as if I just pulled it right out of the fridge. An apple. This is a head of cabbage, but why does it look like, it looks like a light bulb, like I'm thinking, what should I cook for dinner tonight? That's kind of a weird shape, I feel like. Couple of potatoes, lime. So far, nothing that I haven't seen before. That's comforting. All these ingredients I know. Carrot, and ooh, the teensiest bag of rice I've ever seen. This would never fly in my household growing up. All right, and then there's this layer underneath, and I thought there was more stuff. So there was this cardboard here, and then there's this layer of Nordic ice, and it looks like I could reuse this, which might come in handy. So I guess the knickknacks might not actually be the proteins. I think I was mistaken. And just judging from the last time I did a Blue Apron, which was a while ago, I think they just put all of the little things in that bag for that recipe, but it's not necessarily protein because underneath all of here is where the protein actually is. So these are the pork patties. And there's these chicken breasts here. They make everything look so artisanal. Is that a word? Yeah, artisanal. Like fancier than if you just bought like pasta farms. And well, the packaging on this fish is like tripping me out, but here's the catfish. But notice how like they like really vacuumed out all of the air. So it looks like I'm touching the fish, but actually the plastic is like wrapped all around there. And then another layer of ice down below. I mean, if it really interests you that much, that's the inside of the box. So this has been sitting out, I guess, I got a delivery alert around noon. Everything looks like it's still in good condition. So I'm excited to see how this these meals would work. Again, it's like 60 bucks, I think, for a meal plan for 2 people, 3 times a week. I've already canceled my subscription only because I don't want to forget and then get sucked into that automatic like debiting. So we'll give it a try. So I had an opportunity to experiment with the Blue Apron. I ended up using the ingredients that were for the spiced pork burgers, mainly because I think the fish was like more on the frozen side and the chicken seemed like it would take a little bit longer to cook. So I opted for the burgers, and my overall comments on that was, you know, it was convenient that all of the ingredients were provided to you. The burger itself was a little bit dry, and I don't know if that's because of the way I cooked it. I followed the instructions down to the T, and even after I cut it into the burger, I had to reheat it, and maybe it was my own fault because I was too lazy at that point to throw it back into the skillet, but I put it in the microwave and a lot of the juices like flowed out and it was a little bit dry. So to remedy that, fortunately I had some pork belly. You guys may have seen that being used in my ramen video earlier this weekend. Now that I think about it, pork belly just to have on hand it's so effective, but I wanted to add some fat back into the burger, otherwise it would have just been like eating sawdust. And that really did help make the burger like juicy and moist again. The sauce that was recommended for the burger was more heavy on mustard, and even though I do enjoy mustard, I was expecting more of a goat cheese flavor, and the amount of goat cheese they gave you didn't really allow for that. The beets were a nice addition to the burger. There was also a coleslaw that I was supposed to make, and I guess to make it like cooking, you had to shred it yourself, and I didn't have anything on hand to shred the cabbage, so I looked like a fool. I ended up doing the Facebook Live of it, and I tried using I don't even know what it's called, but it's the one where you're supposed to just grate like Parmesan cheese on, and that was abort mission right away, so I had to chop it very thinly, and it still worked at the end of the day. But I guess when they're sending these boxes, they just assume it's whatever, you know, gadgets that any home cook should have on hand. So I guess box cutter might be on my list for Christmas. Overall though, like I just felt like it did kind of suck the fun out of cooking. You know, with cooking, I just feel like it's more how you feel, you taste as you go. This was very methodical, like here's every step that you need to do along the way, and you just feel like it's hard to kind of veer off from that. And I think that just made it feel like a chemistry lab almost, where you have to do certain things in a certain order, and it just wasn't, it felt restricting. I think that's the right word that I want to say. It did seem like it took a lot longer than I had anticipated. I'm not sure what the card itself said, but if I was judging on the length of my Facebook Live video, it took about 50 minutes. So 50 minutes still sounds like a long time to cook dinner. Granted, you know, you're saving on time, like going to the grocery store and picking up all your ingredients yourself, but even so, I just felt like it was a lot longer than I had anticipated. And my other gripe would be that there was only 2 components. So there's the burger and then the slaw. And me, I like to follow this rule of like, you need to have 3 different things going on the plate. And so that's just my own personal thing. Like I like variety when I eat. So if there was just one additional side, or even if it was, I don't know, a pickle or something that like bring it all together, I would have been a much happier camper. So I'm curious about the other meals I have left. Otherwise, I think it doesn't hurt to try out. It's probably not going to be something that I'll be doing as much moving forward, but it was a good experience. Kind of made me appreciate just being more free in the kitchen and experimenting with things, and made me more mindful about making lists when I go to the grocery store, because if you don't make a list, that's how you end up at the grocery store a lot longer than you want to be, and you end up buying a bunch of crap that you don't need, and you regret it, and then you eat, junk food all week. So that's my review of Blue Apron. I would give it 1.5 thumbs out of 2 thumbs up. If you guys are interested in seeing my Facebook Live, I'll leave a link down below. Otherwise, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. That looks good. I don't know if I'm too adventurous to actually show you a meatball, but they're in here. I'll give you that much.